fed up with each other.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I got them golden balls, you know, now because
Did you ever say, you dirty rat?
Never.
Jimmy Cagney, Orson Welles, Jimmy Stewart. These were distant, mysterious screen gods until Parkinson
Evening and welcome.
brought them into your living room.
The fact is that you're a crowd puller, and Frazier's not, is he? Why is that?
Well, number one, he's ugly.
His interviews with Muhammad Ali were unmissable.
He has no rhythm, no footwork, no class. He cannot talk. And who told him he could sing? He can...
But of all those 2,000 or so guests, one always haunted him.
I only remember for one thing, I was attacked by a sodding emu.
it's not aggressive.
Rod Hull and Emu rather punctured the suave TV persona.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shirley
The show, with its relaxed late-night style, was also a springboard.
I hope I can get away with this. It's a beauty.
It was a programme that could transform a career.
It's a sort of substitute for tattoos. I'm frightened to get a tattoo.
Billy Connolly appeared 15 times.
I'm at the oyster that went to a discotheque and pulled a muscle. Would you leave it?
They became good friends.
He says, I need somewhere to park my bike.
You know better. It's Betty Davis.
For Hollywood star Betty Davis, there was almost a standing ovation for just being on the show. The programme could in a moment swing from highbrow debate to risque flirtation. And occasionally, some of the questions may have discomforted the interviewee.
Let's talk about nudity.
Helen Mirren was less than impressed by this line of inquiry.
But do you find, in fact, that this, what could be best described as your equipment, in fact, hinders you, perhaps, in that pursuit? You're wary of journalists.
Meg Ryan was also another frosty moment.
In other words, if you were me, what would you do now?
Well, just wrap it up.
In the 80s, he was briefly part of the ill-fated Gang of Five, who launched ITV's new breakfast programme before returning to the BBC.
An indication I'm leaving the company, am I?
He's a practicing homeopath, as a matter of fact.
There were moments, but it was now just one of many chat shows on an interview circuit
Pretty sure that's what he said.
where everyone seemed to have something to say. But there were still moments, for instance this candid interview with George Michael talking about his arrest in America.
I responded to a, very handsome, tall, good-looking American cop. They don't send Columbo in there to do that.
But all this Hollywood glamour was something of a contrast with his childhood. He was the son of a Yorkshire miner.
My generation was the first that actually challenged the assumption that if you're born into a mining family, you followed your dad's footsteps down to the pit. Right, play forward. Well played.
A proud Yorkshireman, he loved his cricket.
Not only was he a true friend, he was a dear friend.
One of his school pals was Dickie Bird, who would go on to become one of cricket's best-known umpires. They spoke only yesterday and said their goodbyes.
I remember him for his, most of all, of course, his friendship. He always had a smile on his face. And every time we met, of course, we talked about cricket. And that he loved cricket. And his father had one ambition for him in life, and that was to play for Yorkshire.
And at the end, it was his father's very Yorkshire judgment that came to mind.
Just before he died, he said to me, he said, "You've done well and you met some big stars." I said, "I had." He said, "You made a bob or two without breaking sweat." I admitted that was also true. "Good lad," he said, "but to think on, it's not like playing for Yorkshire, is it?" It wasn't. But once or twice, it got pretty damn close. Good night.
The broadcast.